You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/PODKATZ12. Just go to Indeed.com/PODKATZ12 right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need. You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
I never measured a screenshot of success. I measure do your students buy cars? Did your students get out of debt? Did your students save their, I have students that have bought cars, that have bought homes, that don't have jobs anymore, left maternity leave and never came back. People that have stories similar to mine that look, I got myself in some shit, but I got myself out.
So we've been having a lot of fun on this podcast, talking to a variety of different guests that have worked in many different sectors in the tech industry. I had the opportunity to interview some cool people that have started some different software companies, tech businesses. Well, our guest today is someone that is wildly popular, successful, dope. I'm a fan of her content, her business structure, the way that she does things. But one thing that's really interesting and a little different is that the kind of technology that she's in, the kind of technology business that most people, I would say, know her for, is a tech business that most people don't really consider tech business, which is e-commerce, which stands for either electronic commerce or internet commerce as well. So however you chop it up, using the internet, using technology for a business is something that she is a master. She's a boss at. So really excited to have our guest on. Before going ahead and jumping into and telling y'all who it is, I'm gonna go ahead and read off her bio. So spoiler alert, the guest is Christianna Hurt. Christianna Hurt is the owner of Wealthy College Kid, the largest e-commerce education platform and children's clothing brand, Just Kidding Kids. Christianna, thank you so much for being on Tech is New Black.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Yeah, super dope. So I didn't want to give a spoiler away to you in terms of, I guess, the first thing I wanted to address. But what I wanted to address is actually how, I'm sure this is probably something you dealt with a lot of people where I saw you years ago. When I remember when I was... Bro, you said what? Oh, no, not in person.
No, I said you saw me on Facebook.
No, I saw you on, it was actually YouTube. I forget the name of the show.
Jubilee?
Is that what it's called, Jubilee? Where
yeah,
they do
Jubilee.
two, I think it was millionaires versus
minimum wage. And then I was on Do All Millionaires Think the Same. Then I was on Hot Seat. What is in my bank account for millionaires?
Yeah, no, I remember seeing you on there. When I saw you on there, this is way before, I was literally living in the hood. I couldn't even afford. I had a 1-bedroom and I had it was a place. They had 4 different. I had 4 different. There were 4 other tenants in the house, and I could barely afford just staying in the 1-bedroom. And I remember seeing you on there, and I was so inspired. I was like, yo, she's dope. I was like, what is this girl doing? I checked her, and I was like, yo, she's fire. And then then eventually I had seen you on Kevin Samuels live. It was the longest live, just you and Nicki Minaj, y'all's lives were the longest people that he had on there that he was talking to. Very entertaining. And then, you know, eventually, most recently, I met you at this point, but then most recently, of course, people see you going viral on Fresh and Fit. It's like you go viral like everywhere that you're at.
I had 2022 in a chokehold. I really did.
Yeah.
And, you know, with good reason. A lot of people, it's crazy, people that grew up with me or even like knew me from high school will always say that they're like, all she needed was a platform.
Yeah.
All I needed was a platform, literally.
Yeah. And it's dope because you are one of those people where every time I've seen you, it's never just... It's always something that's like that people do want to see. It's always something that, that should go viral. That's very interesting. Whether it's entertaining, it's insightful, it's something that's going to kind of challenge the status quo of how people are thinking. I think that's like super, super dope. So honored to have you on. I guess first question, this actually wasn't even really on the list, is with that being said, I guess what is you've been on so many platforms, and again, you've gone viral so many times, and it's not even necessarily because of the platforms, but it's really because of you. I would say, like, what do you think it is about you? What is it about Christianna that's like, man, why people like love eating up your content so much?
Gravitate. Yeah. Honestly, I just think it's the fact that I'm myself.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that I'm being like, you know, everybody has these crazy stories like, oh, I was homeless and I got rich. And I'm like, well, that was fine. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? I went to college. It was fine. But I ended up doing this. Like, it's just the regular girl that came from a basic 2-parent home. Like, it wasn't anything crazy. Like, everybody always has these traumatizing stories, and I'm like, everything's been pretty good for the most part, honestly. So I just talk about like honest mistakes that most young women make, which is believing that a man will help you.
Oh, like,
yeah.
Well, I think realistically that actually, even though it's the polar opposite of all the stories that go viral right now of people hearing this underdog story, which my story is a bit of is a lot of an underdog story, but I think that's what, in my opinion, I think that's what makes your story probably even doper, because oftentimes people think you had to have been this super, super, super underdog in order to like rise to a certain point. Whereas you've risen far beyond where you were at, but it's like you were at a point where I think most people would have settled. Most people would have been like, oh, I'm good. Life could be good. And so, you know what? Let me not assume that everybody in our audience knows your story. Would love for you to just briefly share your story, like in terms of like your family, and then like just briefly like your transition.
Honestly, first off, I feel like a lot of people fail to realize starting at zero is a privilege that so many people don't take for granted. They don't understand that starting at zero is a super, super great place to start at.
Yeah. Not
graduating from college with any debt, or even having the opportunity to go to college debt free, or getting a car when you're 16.
Yeah.
I consider that being, you know, like not being self-made in a sense. Like I tell people I'm not self-made because I feel like I started at zero. Like if I needed something, I got it. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't that I asked for it, or, you know, it was given to me. It was just kind of like, if I did need it, it was available to me.
Yeah.
And I feel like real generational wealth is just raising a child with options. And I was a child raised with so many options, you know what I mean? Like, I've never not sat courtside. I've sat courtside since I was probably 12 years old.
Dang.
That was just like the norm. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've never sat lower bowl, and, you know, like our family vacations were in private jets, and I did go to prom in a Bentley that was not rented. It was my daddy's Bentley, you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like those are privileges that we all talk about wanting our kids to have, but nobody talks about being the kid that was it.
Yeah, that's very true.
Nobody ever asks, like, what happened to the kids? Like, they came up, like, we're fine. Like, you know how people, when at least when I was a kid, a lot of people would be like, oh, you're so spoiled, you're gonna fall on your face when you're an adult. Looks like I didn't fall on my face. I'm doing very, very well, and I'm a college graduate. None of my father's children have kids. I'm the oldest. None of us have kids. None of us are married. Like, we were raised perfectly fine. Like, you know what I mean? We're doing our thing, and we're, you know, taking our life steps correctly. You know what I mean? In the way that we were raised. Aside from the fact that I moved out for a boy, I should have never did that. He told me not to. He was totally against it. But what could you do?
You can't do everything perfect.
Yeah, like I was 21 years old, and I ate my words for sure. I got evicted. I literally got evicted. And you know what's crazy? I knew that it was a bad decision within 48 hours of signing the lease. I will never forget the moment I signed my lease, because it was just like, you know, that devil and angel type of feeling. I felt that when I signed my lease. I felt it.
What happened? Like, so you mentioned like within 48 hours you realized like, yo, this,
like, I should have never signed this.
Like, what happened?
this man like turned like it was like a light switch.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if he didn't expect like for me to like be living there, or like I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah. Looking back, like in the moment I didn't know, but looking back, I think that he blew a lot of money, like, and I'm talking like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like a lot of people always ask like why I never fell down. One, my dad kind of always put a barrier of like, hey, you're not ready for that. You're not really making enough to be doing XYZ. And two, I watched him blow hundreds of thousands of dollars and have nothing to show for it. I watched it. I was living there. Yeah. You know what I mean? And he wasn't in a position to pay the rent, or he blew the money on like, I couldn't even tell you. Man,
that's crazy.
So it was like his stress as a man, and you have me who's never gone without.
Yeah.
Like at all. Like to now you're like, I'm like, where are the groceries?
Man.
You got to really think about it. Like I'm 21 and I'm looking at you at 20. He's 25 and I'm looking at you like, where are the groceries?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you getting groceries?
Now it's on
I'm
him.
hungry. So like that was just it. Like I'm hungry. Are you going to fix this? Like I was looking at him like, you're going to fix this. You fix everything else. Like, help me.
Yeah.
And he's like, no. And he's just getting angrier, and it's just getting toxic because I'm not understanding what's going on. I'm not. It's my first real relationship. You know what I mean? You know how Andrew Tate always talks about the girls that, you know, they've never been through anything, no trauma? I was her. Dang. So that became, though, my villain origin story. I was a demon. Like, I came out of there demonized. And I take full responsibility for the people I hurt after that relationship to the relationship I have now, because I was on 10. I was angry that he let me get evicted. I was angry that I felt like betrayed, and he cheated on me with a girl that was broke, that just had 300,000 followers. So there's a lot, you know what I mean? I always tell people, women scorn. There's nothing more powerful than a woman scorn. Because you got to think, he felt like he made me, and I felt like he broke me. So you have those two polar opposites. So it was like, now that I felt like I was pulling the knife out of my back to stab him at this point. Like I was on 10. So it's like, now you have videos on Facebook of me starting to go viral where I said, my ex cheated on me. I made $1.2 million. Look what happened next. Then you have my ex got me evicted. There was videos, and these videos are getting 27 million views, 57 million views. And I don't even have wealthy. I don't even have wealthy college kid at this point. I'm doing straight e-com. I'm just selling things and making videos and doing direct sales. It wasn't until 2018 that I came up with Wealthy College Kid, because I noticed there was nobody in the market that was like me, that was helping people like get out of that we were really going through, evictions and car notes, and just not having money for life, for survival. I always tell people my desperation is so inspiring to everybody. It's so, to me, looking at my story, I wouldn't tell nobody to go through it. I wouldn't tell nobody I would never say, like, when people are like, I want to get to where you are, I was like, you might as well walk through hell barefoot.
Dang.
Because it was horrible. Like, but I mean, it took years to, peel back. That's where you get all that modern women, I can do everything by myself.
Yeah, exactly.
It's where it comes from. Like those situations are where it comes from. Because I always tell people, I'm at my eviction, if there were two doors, and there was the door that's like, become a boss, be a millionaire, do it yourself, and then there was like the door like, start dating another guy that makes over $500K.
Yeah.
You don't think I would have picked the second door? Like, really? You don't think, like, I love all the women out here that are gonna like, oh, I would have did it myself. No, you wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Like, really, think about it. If I 21 years old, you don't think that I wouldn't have just started dating another man older than me, making that type of money if I had the option? No. The only door was to become a millionaire. The only door was that survival of like, well, you shitted on me, so now I'm going to make you eat shit.
Yeah. What do you think that does to most women whenever they
It is so hard to turn off. It is so fucking hard. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Like, it is really hard to step out of that position when you're forced in it. Because you get forced in it. Nobody chooses it. Nobody chooses like, oh, I'm going to be an independent woman. No, we're fucking forced. Like, I never was writing on my papers, I want to be a millionaire when I grew up. I just knew I wanted money. I didn't know how it was going to happen, whatever the case. And when I got into that relationship, I'm thinking like, oh, well, he takes care of everything. I'll be fine.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, because earlier when you were talking about, obviously because one of the things, of course, people are realizing now is that most second generation, like, money is lost usually, like, as it goes to the next generation. So like how your family was like wealthy, doing very well, one of the tropes that people have is like, okay, well, if you give that money, if your children are spoiled or if they're used to all of that, then they're not going to be able to maintain it. And I was going to ask you, like, yo, how did you not just maintain it, but you've grown that? But it sounds like it was because of that villain origin story.
I was going to be a dentist before. I wanted to be a dentist because my dentist drove a Porsche and I was okay with that.
Yeah, I could see that because your teeth are like very pristine.
Because I got them done.
Yeah.
But even before then, you know, I was on top of my dental care. But, you know,
I mean, it's a lot of people out here that got their teeth done.
My mom was a stay-at-home mom. My dad paid all the bills. That's what I grew up on. Yeah. So when I was forced to become, you know, that person, it wasn't a bad thing. I never like was resentful for it. But, you know, like the pandemic hit, my dad wasn't making the money he was making. And I, you know, as his daughter, stepped up to the plate and carried, you know, my dad financially through the pandemic. But you know the difference is, because I'm his daughter, I got paid back. That's the biggest. Everybody's like, oh, he wanted a son. No. A son wouldn't have gotten that money back.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I get my money back. If I'm like, hey, Dad, like, really would want a new Bentley. Would you go half with me? You don't think my dad's going to go half? Like, come on.
Man, shouts out to Pops.
Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like those, and that's a privilege that I don't believe in the generational wealth as far as like, you know, you see those people like buying like their 12-year-old a house. Mm-hmm. Be real. Like when you were 12, did you want a house or an iPod?
iPods didn't exist when I was 12, but
really?
Yeah, I'm a little older. Yeah, I'm a little older.
Oh, I was like,
yeah. He was like, hold on, yeah.
But you feel me though? But you,
but to your point, though, no, I feel that.
You know,
you're not gonna appreciate that.
I wasn't thinking about that stuff, and if I had been given it, I would have been pissed. Yeah. Oh, I would have been in the room slamming doors. Like there would have been and because I don't understand it. So, you know, when people do that, like it's great and all. I'm never gonna take from that, but like I feel like generational wealth is giving your child all the options that there is to offer. Yeah. You know what I mean? I went to school out of state. I wanted to be a cheerleader at University of Louisville, and guess what? I went to school in Louisville. Who cares it was $40K a year? I went because my dad paid for it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then when I didn't like it or something went left, guess what? I went home and I went to community, and then I went to another school, and then I think like I failed math like 4 times. Man. Paid it all 4 times. You know, after 3 times, you got to pay out-of-state tuition to take it again.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Jumps to like $1,500. Like, whatever. Try again.
So when did the transition happen? I guess after that villain origin story, was your move, was that what led you to e-commerce?
Yeah. I figured out how to pay the rent by selling other people's products, like affiliate marketing, because I didn't have my own. And then I stumbled into his homeboy on the couch. And was like, why don't you make a Shopify store? And I'm like, what's that? He's like, go on YouTube, go away.
Yeah. But that was all you needed, though.
Yeah, that's really all I needed. Because I needed a way to make $3,000. Yeah. So $3,000. I moved out April 6th, 2016. I was making 6 figures by September 13th, 2016. Dang. But I always tell people my first 6 figures was luck. Like, God had his hand on me for sure. Because looking back, like, I was just trying. Because what was my worst case? Going back home. Yeah.
But that's crazy though, because so many people would have just went back home and would have just
I had pride. I had a lot of pride issues.
Yeah.
Because he told me not to do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So you're like, damn, I can't come back.
Yeah, I can't come back. I'm standing on my words. Like I'm like, no, I don't need this. Like, ate that up. Like, but I mean, it made me, and you know, I'm just super, super grateful for just all the opportunities to be able to learn how to sell online. So whether I sell baby stuff, makeup, fishing poles, hope. I know how to sell something.
Yeah. Like, no, so. You're super fire at that. And I love the way like you market and your brand, everything. It's all very clever. I'm really into like people have like a certain level of clever.
Oh, you commented on my go save Riley, because it's like because I really take content and I just take my emotions that I feel like a lot of people don't talk about, like with entrepreneurism, I guess, like entrepreneurship. Like I feel like you lose the person you were through that journey. No matter how great or how bad that person you originally were, they're gone. Dead. And it's sometimes so sad. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. You could really look back at your prior self. Like, what about you? And it's like, no, like you did it. You should be happy. But you just always miss.
So do you think part of was dead? Because I definitely could look back and be like, okay, definitely the way that my thought process, the way that I moved, the type of people I would be willing to hang with now is entirely different. But would you say that part of you that dies is maybe part of the purity and innocence as well?
Yes, 100%. I feel like definitely trust and like purity and just innocence definitely just took a sacrifice. It's like, damn, like, but I think one of the best characteristic traits I do have is the ability to give everything 110%. Like, regardless of how many times I'm stabbed, I'm like, oh, because what do I have to? I always feel like where I am right now is my worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Even if
it's your new floor.
Yeah, like even if like I lose money or a relationship doesn't work, like money is abundant. I will make it back. Yeah. I will always make it back. Like,
I'm here for that. I'm here for that.
So
like with like your brand, because I mean, yeah, you been crushing it in e-commerce, but your brand as well. I think that's something else that people don't really tap into, whether it's people that are, whether it's people that are working in tech or people that have a software company or people that are using other software to start a business with that. I guess, what advice would you give to like, people who need to understand the importance of a brand?
I think that people get influencers and public figures mixed up, for sure. Influencers run ads to themselves. So like, say Christianna Hurt is an influencer. Yeah. Christianna Hurt would have traffic being ran to that page to create its influence, where a public figure has influence off of like just their name. Like, Christianna Hurt is a trademarked public figure brand. Wealthy College Kid is what I own. So ads are ran to the brand for it to create that influence. Yeah. I feel like there's a huge difference. And people there's a lot of influencers on the internet and not a lot of public figures. I feel like I'm a public figure, like at the end of the day. Like, I'm in the rooms with Forbes. I'm on a list, not a publication. Like, there's a difference no matter how many people want to argue.
Man, so many people reached out to me being like, oh, if you get 10,000, 15,000, we could put you. And I'm like, that just doesn't feel like
it's not
real.
The same. Like, and you know what's crazy? My PR tried to pitch me for Forbes and I did not get it.
Man,
I did not get surprising. The article, like, which is cool. Like, I'm not like, heartbroken.
I mean,
like,
you got hella other.
I'm in the list. Stuff. Like, what do I care? I'm on a list.
Exactly.
Like you know what I mean? Like, and I can still double list up. Like, I'm on Next 1000 because Wealthy College Kid hadn't hit 8 figures, and then they endorsed me for 30 under 30, and they were like, oh, a couple more things to change, and I'm like, all right, that's fine. Like, I'm cool with being on both. So, that takes patience, that takes time, and I'm putting in the work. So, but I create impact, I create education for people to learn how to sell online efficiently and stably. Not like just, I made X amount of dollars. Like, okay, but what have you done to impact the community and have that social impact?
Hey y'all, we have some incredible news that I'm super excited about to finally announce our private tech community. Yes, you heard that right. A private tech community exclusively for you all who want more than just the podcast. You want more than just the FAQs. You want to talk with tech recruiters. You want to talk with hiring managers. You want to talk with coaches. You want to talk with people that can help with editing and rewriting your resume. Maybe you're somebody where you just want to be a part of a community where we're talking about updates of what's happening in the software industry. Y'all, this community that we've launched is also going to involve a Discord where we're going to be talking about updates in tech. We're going to be talking about companies that are hiring. We're going to be talking about upcoming tech events. So that way you don't have to miss any of the gems that I know, but not even just what I know, but the gems that friends of mine that are also in the tech industry know as well. So if you want to be a part of that community, go ahead and sign up so that way you can join us. We have a few different tiers. Ultimately, it's all tuned in for you. Oh, and last thing, also within this community, we're going to be streaming all of our interviews with our podcast guests. So instead of you having to wait months to watch the videos later on, you'll actually be able to watch the interviews in real time and ask your live questions to those guests. So make sure you join our tech community. All right, so I'm gonna be real with you. One of the things I've noticed is that many different people who are using e-commerce, not all, but many are seeming more so like kind of like on some Forex type stuff where it's like they're just...
It's the new Forex.
Yeah,
what are you
where
talking
basically
about?
they're really just doing course. And the thing that's funny, some people hit me up, people that don't really follow me, they pop in and they think like, oh, he's just trying to give y'all his course. And I'm like, I actually don't even have a course. Not yet. I might eventually make one, but I actually don't have a course. But that being said, people are almost so traumatized because of all the whole course community where it seems like there are people that don't really have real skills, but their real skill is creating a course to teach you about the skill, but they themselves don't actually have the skill.
You ever notice that people that create a course, they have like the one sad picture of like with the arms of an angel, and then they have the Lambo. It was like, damn, did you buy a car before that? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't ever want to show like where you were at your first $1,000, $5,000, six figures. I have all of that documented.
Yeah.
That's a big difference. I have over 4,000 Facebook lives from the first time, from the first sale to the first, hey guys, I just made my first $1,000. It's only up from here.
Dang.
Hey guys, I'm making $9K a day. It's only up from here. 6 figures a month on the way. Hey guys, did 140,000 this week. 7 figures is around the corner. I've made it. We did 1 million a month. I've made it. We did 10.4 million in 11 months. I have all of that documented. You feel me? Like, just bought my Lexus. Super happy. Just bought another Lexus. Just bought my first 6-figure car. Like, everything's documented. I didn't just jump to Lamborghini.
Yeah, it wasn't just like
life doesn't happen
to
life doesn't even happen like that. Like, let's be real. You're not going from, I mean, unless you hit the lotto, but realistically, you're not going from homeless to penthouse. You got an apartment between there, bro. You did.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Like, and you had a car between Lamborghini and bicycle. Like, you know,
now, let's be real. Even if in the rare unicorn situations that someone does, just something happens and they just explode, it's like on one end, it's like that's not sustainable, because it goes back to what you said. How you said that your first 6 figures, you're like, yo, that was kind of luck. But it's like, but the reason why now it's no longer luck is because you gradually grew. So it wasn't just this random explosion. Like, it was that you've gradually grown. So like it had to take stuff for you to get to where you're at now.
Duplicate. Like, a lot of these course creators, like, they're just showing people with screenshots. Like, I never measured a screenshot of success. I measure, like, do your students buy cars? Did your students get out of debt? Did your students like save their, like, I have students that have bought cars, that have bought homes, that don't have jobs anymore, left maternity leave and never came back. People that have stories similar to mine, that like, look, I got myself in some shit, like, but I got myself out. Because the biggest problem is like, we make mistakes financially, and in America, like, one credit card payment, it's late, now you got bad credit. One car missed payment, they come to pick up the car. One, you don't pay rent by the 5th, they're kicking you out by the 20th. Like, you don't have room to even swim, you know what I mean? So sometimes it feels like, I always tell people, like, sometimes life can feel like you're underwater holding your breath, and that's how you're living life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're just one breath away from completely drowning. Like, that's just unfortunately how our freaking country is set up. But, you know, I speak for the people that are underwater and they're right there at the surface. They just need one little push or one little life vest to like get them there, and then they're fine. Yeah. Like,
you're one of the, so whenever people hit me up and they, you know, people call out people that have courses and stuff, usually the fear factor that people have goes back to what we were talking about, where there are people that don't, it's people that really, their success is just their course. They never actually had actual success doing the thing that they're teaching. So it's like really, and that's what the culture is right now of what's going on. But with you, like I said, myself, plenty of others have the opportunity to watch that gradual climb. And so I guess something I would love if you could kind of share with people, how do people determine the difference between, okay, someone who is, I guess I almost want to call him a scammer, a course scammer, versus
it's not even
someone like yours.
Scamming. It's just like, I call it transactional fraud, because you're buying into you're paying for the transaction based off of something that's not real. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I call it transactional fraud. Because scam, bro, everybody, like, at this point, if somebody burnt my bread at Panera Bread, it's a scam. Like, bro, the scam word is like, that's the word for 2023. If I don't get what I want, it's a scam.
It's the new narcissist.
It's just exhausting. But
yeah. So how would someone know between? And I would love if you could use yourself as an example.
Documentation and duplication. Yeah. There's nothing outside of it. And then, like, another thing, like, guys, you can get a Lamborghini with $10,000 down, bro. You don't got to be rich to get it anymore. Mm-hmm. In 2019, yes. When people originally were running ads to Lamborghinis and jets, it was extremely hard to get your hands on it. When I was in high school, a Bentley and a Lamborghini was a true success
that was a symbol,
statement. Now, people are renting them for 6 months. People are getting them with $10,000 down. They don't give a fuck about the the car payment. They don't care. And it's same thing with private jets. You can get a seat for $2,000. That's the same as a Delta first class seat.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I hit up a private jet company one time because I was stuck in some other state and I was trying to get back to Atlanta for an event that was going on, and I was kind of doing the math as to the opportunity for me to meet people that I wanted to meet and the ROI that I could have. And I looked up some private jet companies, and I was like, oh, I could literally fly to Atlanta right now for like $8,000.
My dad has contracts with most of them. He does the refurbishing with them.
Mm-hmm.
And the planes are trashed because of the types of people.
Man.
It's like dirt people. Like, they treat the planes like dirt. Like, and the people that are chartering them out are people that can no longer afford to keep what they bought. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like Lamborghinis, jewelry, it's not a monument of success. It's too obtainable.
No, it's not, yeah.
Now in 2022 and 2023, people are what's the word I'm looking for? Associating success with freedom.
Yeah.
How much does this person look like they do absolutely nothing? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I follow this guy. You probably follow him too. Tom Cruise, the Section 8 guy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Bro, have you seen him do nothing? I haven't seen him look at a house. I haven't. No, seriously. I've been following him for 2 years. He was driving a Ferrari when I was working a bar. That was almost 8 years ago at 18. I'm 28 years old. He's still driving nice cars. He's buying bigger boats. He's living. And I always tell other people this. I'm like, out of all the people we follow, we see that we look up to, he is the one living the way that I would like to live. Yeah. He does absolutely nothing all day. Nothing. He shows his banks. He shows full transparency. Like, yeah, I netted $1 million a month, but I'm gonna take my boat to Miami, and he lays on it for 6 days straight. Man, not a care in the world. Like, and he's been doing this for years. This isn't like new success. He's been buying Section 8 houses for like 9 years, and I was telling him, I'm like, bro, he's where I want to be in my 30s. Yeah, I want to do nothing. I don't look at anybody. Like, now it's crazy. A lot of our big names right now in real time, you notice they're going live 3 times a day. They're getting on podcasts. They back in the mud with me. Yeah. Why y'all here? Oh, because y'all don't have no money and high overhead and all that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you guys are back in the trenches. I don't want to be in my 30s making videos or on live. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't.
One of the things I've noticed, because I'm new to making money, and my money probably ain't touching your money at all, but I'm new to making money, and I'm noticing, so I'm following new people are following me that are all like really successful, and I've been seeing a lot of conversations kind of like that where people are saying, I guess a lot of people recently went broke. I think it might have been from the 2020, like, I guess a lot of people got money from.
No, I think it's high overhead.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I just think it's high overhead. People just getting stuff that like
that they
thought they were going to maintain, because even my numbers definitely dropped, which was fine because my cost of living is $5,000. So what do I care? Like, I ain't got nothing to do. Like, keep going on trips. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing really changes. Yeah. But if my cost of living was $40,000-$60,000, oh, what? I'd be sweating. I would be crying. I'd be stressed. Like, I'd be back in the trenches. And that's the only thing I'm associating with. Like, people are back in the mud because there's no reason somebody over 35 that's been making money online for 10 years should be back where I shouldn't be seeing you on my timeline.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't. I feel like, and I have systems in place that I don't even do half of what I was doing back in the day. I just don't. Like, I don't have to. I have people I pay now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm working towards that point. But no, like, I associate like success now with freedom. And I know a lot of people look at me like, this bitch don't stay home. Like,
yeah, you be everywhere.
I just be living. Like, people are like, I ain't see, when does this girl work? And I'm like, yo, I still do my webinars on Wednesdays, no matter where I am in the world. I still have a set schedule. I still am working. It just,
that freedom too. Like, you just have it
like,
to where
it's been built up. So yeah, like, what I was doing in 2017, 2018, 2019, I did have to get on live 5 days a week to make 20,000, 30,000. Now I could do a webinar on Wednesday and I'll make it in a day, and that money is still fine for my cost of living.
Yeah.
That's another thing. People are so confused. Like, I don't have this crazy cost of living. Like, I don't even want the cars I have now.
Yeah, I remember we were talking earlier when you came in, and I was talking about looking at some spots in Miami, and you were giving me some game because, you know, that's your stumping grounds. That's where you're from. And you were literally naming spots. And I was like, dang, I've looked at those places. And it's so crazy. I was actually shocked, and I'm not going to say any numbers or nothing, but it actually was kind of a teaching lesson for me, because hearing how much you've been paying, and I'm like, okay, well, I know that if I can afford X, Y, and Z, she could afford X, Y, Z, and then some. So it's like the fact that, okay, she's still like, I'm not about to pay all of that. It's like, it's a lesson to be like, okay, maybe I don't need to pay all that either.
I'm not into commitment payments. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you told me it's $20,000 a night to stay at some hotel, okay, cool. That's one-time payment.
Yeah.
But when I sit down and I sign on a dotted line and commit to 12 months, that's 12 months of this being due, no matter what if the internet went out tomorrow and I ain't got nothing, or my bank account got frozen. Now I'm stuck in this. Yeah. Who cares if I spent 20 grand on a hotel? They're not looking for me today. I checked out. It's over with. You know what I mean? Like, but them rents and them car payments and car insurance, I don't want to commit.
That's real.
Because I'm not going to say, of course, you know, we have money saved up, but I don't want to ever commit to a situation where, God forbid, like something just falls out the sky and it's just like, damn, like I got to fall back.
Yeah.
And I can't fall back because I'm committed to this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, I mess with that so hard, because most people who have been as successful as long as you have would have a mentality where they feel like they're bulletproof. They'd be like, oh, no, I'm good. I'll be straight. But you're like, nah, I'm not going to take that risk.
It's just not. I'll blow bread on one-time payments all day. You can always catch me blowing bread on a one-time. But anything committed, I ain't got it.
Yeah. I ain't got it. Get somebody else to do it.
For real, like, I'm just not signing nothing committed. If you know what's crazy? My first 6-figure car, I did a lease. And it was actually my dad actually helped me with the deal. It was like literally no money and the payment was low, like $1,500. I'm still like, why are you here, car? You're just sitting here. How can I get rid of you? Yeah. And my dad told me I was going to get like that. And he's 100% right. My lease almost up and it's going. But the more expensive cars, I'm buying cash. No, I'll just buy used cash.
That's how I feel with my Benz. Like my Benz isn't even $1,500, but I just got it in the summer. It only took 6 months for me to be like, yo, I really am stuck with this car.
Drive. Thank God I did a lease.
And it's wild to say that about a Benz. I'm like, I'm stuck with this Benz.
I'm like, it was so cool. Like, and granted, everybody be like, oh, your car. I'm like, all right, well, shiny factor rolls off really quick.
Yeah, it does.
And I'm so glad I did a lease. I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, because like I've had that car. I got a 2021. I think it has 15,000 miles.
Dang.
Think about it. When the fuck am I home?
Man, yeah.
Never home. Like, it's like,
it's opposite for me. I'm always home, but I never have to go anywhere. I just stay at home. Yeah.
It was like, and then another thing is like, again, like those statement pieces, they're only cool the day you buy them. Like the day you stand in front of it and you post it that you did it. It was like, oh yeah, this is so great. And then like the next week, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, oh, that's you. And then it becomes a target. Like, oh, I know that's you.
Exactly.
And I'm like, you gots to go. Like, but now, you know, like I'm doing things like going half with my dad or, you know, or no, just switching things around. Like, I don't know. I just family carring everything now. Like, everything's a family car. Because it makes the most sense to just share it. Like, I don't drive full time. My dad doesn't care about posting it on the internet. I'll go stand in front of it.
Yeah.
Cheese. Get my, oh my God. And then you'll never see it again. Like, maybe if I'm going out, like, you know, I'll drive it. But, like, I don't know. Like, cars don't move me. Like, the penthouse living doesn't really move me anymore. Yeah. Like, I'm just kind of like, can we live in Bolivia?
Yeah, you travel.
Boyfriend's like, what is in Bolivia? I'm like, look, it's salt. And if you're watching this, go look up the Bolivia salt flats. It's an amazing place.
Yo, so one of the most in-demand roles in tech and one of the most roles that you all ask us about the most is cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is one of the most recession-proof style jobs in tech. And to take it a step further, it's also a job where you can make a crap ton of money in this industry. Many of you have been asking us about the best route to get into cybersecurity. There are a few different routes that you can go, a couple different boot camps that I think are really great for cybersecurity. But recently we just partnered with one called Syntax Technologies. They are one of the most highly rated boot camps in the US. And to take it a step further, their boot camp isn't just under $5,000, but also they provided us with a unique discount to provide to our audience. So that way you all do not have to pay the full price for the boot camp. This also involves any discounts they might have, any special sales that they might have. You can use this discount on top of their sale. Now listen, y'all, their cohorts are limited. They only have about 3 cohorts a year, and it's on a first come, first serve basis. So make sure you go ahead and sign up ASAP so you can speak to an advisor, and that way you can enroll in Syntax Technologies and become a cybersecurity analyst. Was that the place you had this video? I don't know how to describe it. To say like that junk was like, it was sexy. It was real romantic. And again, going back to, you know, how good you are at content, but it was this video where maybe that was Bolivia, where he was basically, I'm gonna just say what it was. Like he was like holding you by your throat. He
a video you saw?
Yeah.
Oh no, that we haven't been to Bolivia. I'm trying to con him into that trip.
Oh, okay, cool. Where were y'all at? The video where he kissed you and threw you in the water.
We were in Indonesia, Bali.
Okay.
And another thing, like that video was his idea. It was crazy. I was standing there struggling, man, trying to think like, damn, you only got one shot at this. And if you notice, if you watch the video closely, you'll see in the shot, I'm covered in flowers already because we had already tried it 3 times. We had already done it 3 times, and it's so funny because the backlash were like, oh my God, she could have drowned. I'm like, I can see none of you know how to swim.
People are so...
No, you got to think, a lot of people don't swim no more. He doesn't know how to swim. Everyone's like, why wasn't he in there with you? He's not a strong swimmer.
I get that. I'm just talking about how people always want to find something to complain about online.
I didn't give a damn. Like, I was fine. Like,
yeah. Man.
But, you know, like, that video collectively did another 20 million views. I made bank that whole week off a viral video. That video did better than my ads. Like,
dang, that's crazy.
People, and then, you know what's crazy? Everyone always on these podcasts like, what if he cheats on you? I'm like, our relationship is so idolized. There's a big difference between posting your girlfriend and being posted and you're waking up to hundreds of shares. Goals, mood, oh my God, I need this. When you're idolized like that in a relationship, if one or the other so much as likes a photo too
people
hard,
gonna jump.
They're sending it to the other person because they hate happiness.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like,
they want to see it crumble.
They want to see it crumble. And I be really trying to explain to people, I'm in a win-win situation, bro. You know how many followers I had when you met me? 38,000.
Dang, you
know how many I have now? 110,000 and 204,000 on TikTok.
Man.
People like Little Baby have been watching my lives. What is Little Baby doing on a live about Vietnam? How did he find me? Oh, because my drill rapper boyfriend has G Herbo and Sizzle 808. He has all these rappers, and it's now my face and what I look like is being recognized by all your A-list celebrities. They don't know who I am, but they know what I look like.
Yeah, exactly. They know your face.
So let's just say, worst case scenario, this man cheats on me and I'm gone. Oh, well, look what he's exposed me to.
Exactly.
I have no kids. I'm not married. And I've been on how many podcasts saying that I like cook and clean?
Yeah.
I think I'll be okay. Like, really, just everyone's like, well, what if he leaves you? And like,
and let's keep it a stack. One of the things that tends to happen is that whenever, let's say a guy does cheat, and it's a very social media public relationship, if he cheats and or if he screws up, it'll blow you up even more.
It'll just blow me. Yeah. I'm in a win-win situation of him just exposing me to thousands, if not millions of people now know what I look like. Yeah. They might not know who I am, but they're recognizing me. So when the ad pops up, when another video goes viral, it's like, oh, that's that girl. Yeah. I'm in a win-win. Like, regardless. Everyone's like, well, what are you going to do since he's taking care of you? I'm like, I'm in the best shape of my life. I work out 5 days a week. I'm learning Spanish. I'm helping him. And looks to me, I'm going to Finland next week. So I think I'm okay.
Yeah. I respect it. I think one of the things that so obviously you have amazing receipts when it comes to your e-commerce background, e-commerce experience. And then also you have receipts. So you have receipts, one with your story and your growth, but then you also have receipts when it comes to your students. And again, a lot of these people that are out here that have other people that have courses and things, they don't have receipts with their students. I
have thousands. I have like what some people would call a cult.
Yeah. So you have like real receipts and stuff. And so like, I guess, what would you, one of the things I'm wondering about, and I'm curious because I'm not in e-commerce. I have mad respect for it, especially like people like yourself. But it's like, would you say e-commerce is recession proof?
Yes. Only because they're forcing internet sales. They're just forcing it. Like, it's just becoming the new mall. They're forcing it. Now, what sells may change, the platform may change. Yeah. But you will always buy online. Yeah. Like, regardless. Like, I'm just in a place. And even, it's crazy because tech, my software that we're building is e-commerce related. Mm-hmm. And it's just, again, like, I feel like it's just going to do so well. I truly believe it's, like, going to be, like, my 9-figure exit. It's either I'm going to get engaged or my software will retire me. But either way, I will
Someone's going to retire you.
I am going to be a wife, or Celsi will take me there. But Celsi is to show people where the cheapest food options are. You know, like eggs. You know, like how do you know how much eggs are at Aldi versus Publix versus Kroger versus Whole Foods? But that's crazy, Celsi is basically, you know, honey. You know, honey was created in 2012 and it sold for $4 billion to PayPal in 2018. 5 years later. And what is honey? Just a coupon app. Yeah. That's outdated.
You know, it's so funny. I always tell people, I mean, our whole slogan right now with Tech is the New Black, and I've been rethinking like, okay, we need to change it to something else. Eventually it'll probably change, but right now it's, you know, breaking tech, scaling tech, start your own tech business, because at the end of the day, there are people who are broke, and one of the options, the option that we present to people is like, yo, if you're like broke, like, I mean, like really broke, it's like, yo, get in the tech industry, you know, whether AI, whether robotics, whether, you know, you're engineer, whatever it is, like getting something in the tech industry to at least get to like a nice 6 figures. And then we talk to people to teach on how to scale in the industry to maybe like a $500,000 salary. We've interviewed a few people that just from their 9 to 5 in tech, they're millionaires. But the last point of it is start your own tech business, because I'm a huge believer of whatever business you have, even if it's not tech, it's like you can find some kind of way to pair tech with it. I mean, Uber is really just taxi, but it's on an app. Amazon, before they became the behemoth that they are now, they blew Borders and Barnes and Nobles out the water because they were just a bookstore that was on an app. And e-commerce, kind of very similar thing, where it's a store. People are able to shop, and you know, but it's the same thing. It's like people are able to shop online. And so what I want to know from you, I guess, your perspective of, because just hearing you talk about Celsi, and it's like it's your own thing. It's like there are so many people that start businesses, and you're someone who you've already been doing better than, I mean, top 1% already, killing it, crushing it. Love to see it. But it's like, for you to think bigger and say, yo, I'm not just going to use technology. I'm going to have my own thing, my own e-commerce platform. Like, what was it that you say like made you want to go to that level and not just be like, oh, I'm good where I'm at, I'm straight?
It's not even e-commerce platform. It's just like create a place where people can compare and choose. Yeah. We don't want to drive or go to 30 different websites. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather just click. It's like a Gas Buddy app, the cheapest gas that's nearby. Yeah. You know, your Skyscanner, the cheapest flights.
Yeah, it's just very simple. Yeah.
But there's nothing for your everyday item or your food, especially. Food is going to be the heavy part of it.
There really isn't anything for that.
For B2C. Yeah. Yeah, like, how do I know where the cheapest gallon of milk is? If I want almond milk.
Or eggs, because I heard eggs is
pricey. Well, really, almond milk, because think about it, silk almond milk. Let's say we got Target, Walmart, Whole Foods, Sprouts. We got 4 places, the cheapest place. Then we add a manufacturing coupon for $2 off.
Wow.
So now you walk into the cheapest place. Let's say it was Sprouts.
So you go and you get a discount.
You take your phone with the app and you scan your manufacturer coupon at the store because you know where the cheapest place was. And then B2B, okay, say I'm sourcing an air fryer to sell on eBay. ChatGPT could rewrite the product description. and rewrite the title and give you enriched keywords so that you could sell that item and you know where to source it. And it'll price match it for you at different places. Say it's sold out at Walmart.
That's that's not that's first off, just as a like in terms of like what the business is dope, but that's something that's so needed. Like it's always going to be needed, but it's like right now where everyone's complaining about the price of stuff. Yeah. That's like Celsius is incredibly beneficial. That is just needed. That's
so either
fire.
a wife or Celsius.
Yeah, either a wife or Celsius. Yeah.
Either way, I'm gonna be fine.
Yeah. So if it's wife, you think you might just exit strategy, just sell it? Or?
I have a business partner, so I guess like he's much older and he's in a couple other softwares that are actually very, very big, including helping out with like even Hyros, which I think they just got sold or picked up for like 110 million. So, I mean, he would make that call, but, like, I'm in a place, like, I roll. Like, I'm not really, like, money hungry or sell happy. I'm just kind of like, okay, we're selling for 200. Okay. Like, want to have a party?
That's crazy. You know, so, all right, so let's shift. I definitely want to kind of shift the conversation. So, again, you've gone viral for a variety of different things. There are two different... There's a bunch of different times I've seen you, but there are two times that I've seen you recently where you were saying things. I mean, people were eating it up, or other people on the other side like mad, angry, whatever. And I remember one I seen you on the homie Finesse's joint where he had you on there and you were talking and you said, hey, I wouldn't date a guy who makes 100,000. And one of the things that I've noticed, like, again, in this industry, I always throw out six figures. I understand most people aren't making six figures. And it's like this industry is at least a 6-figure career. No matter what you do, you're going to eventually get to 6 figures in tech. But it's like I also have ran into a lot of dudes where, straight up just talking to dudes where they think like, oh, bro, yeah, I'm going to get 6 figures and then I'm going to be able to like attract the kind of woman that I want. And so when I saw your clip where you were like, yo, that's not enough. And one of the things I've noticed as my income has grown, I've noticed that gradually, and I stopped putting online how much I actually make. Like even on my IG and my bio, it said I did 400,000 my first year. I actually did way more, but I started getting weirded out at how women, especially a lot of women with blue checks, started gradually following me more and more. So like, let me stop doing this, and also let me stop telling people exactly how much I'm doing. It's just getting weird now, but it's like, yo. Guys think that, oh, if I just have $100,000, it's gonna be able to give me a woman like Christianna. But you're like, no, that's not the case.
Women like Christianna is crazy.
Yeah. So what would you? So straight up talk to the dudes and be like, again, give them real perspective.
I just feel like again, like you know what you can afford to take care of and maintain. You know what I mean? You wouldn't go buy a Bentley with a $20,000 salary. You know what I mean? And it's not even like looks or anything. It's like what that woman is already accustomed to. You know what I mean? What I'm eating, the types of homes I live in, the types of trips I take, the types of cars I drive. Like if you are really like going back to a man as a provider and a protector, you are coming into the situation to provide that lifestyle that I was maintaining from birth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're dating a girl whose dad is a millionaire. What do you think I'm gonna have my hand out for? Nail money? You think I want my nails done? No, sweetie. Why are we spending our birthdays in the United States of America? I don't do that. You know what I mean? It's just like you were coming in to provide. If we really take it back to traditional, a dad passes his daughter to her husband to maintain the lifestyle that he gave her.
Or make it better.
Yeah. So if I came from this, why would I go down? Number one. Number two, like if a woman is walking around with Chanel's and red bottoms and drives a $100,000 car, what are you going to bring to the table in order for that woman to respect you as a man? You thought your charisma was going to just take it away? Like, come on. Like, we can tell this love and morals and like his love for Jesus all day. But let's be real. When that eviction notice hits, all that's going to hit the door. Like you going to be on 10 because you're going to panic. Let's be real. Most relationships end because of money. Because that financial stress is too much. I understand it. Because if I'm not making money, I'm a demon. If my man is not making money, it's just not, you're stressed out because you're so focused on trying to fix the problem that I just feel like it's not doable. Why would I, like, really think about this? And when I said this comment on Finesse, I meant it. A man making $100,000. Let's go. We can even go before taxes, which is really like, I'm going to say 60.
Yeah, like once.
I'm going to say 60, 70. We'll say 30% with the taxes. Cool. So you want that man who's been working from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. to pick me up at 8, who's been sitting at home all day making TikToks. And you want him after a long day of work to take me out to, let's just say, because everyone's like, oh, $200 for dinner. A dinner in Miami at Sexy Fish is going to run you $300-$400. I don't even drink.
Sexy Fish recently.
I don't even drink. Let's say I drink 2 drinks. Let's just say 2. And I order, lobster mac and cheese. That's $45 right there by itself.
Yeah.
You want that man to spend his hard-earned money on a woman that's out of his league. There's no point. He's wasting his time and I'm wasting mine. Because I'm looking for a man, and I said this on my first date with my man now today. I'm showing him pictures of the places I want to go right then and there. Like, well, we should go see Petra. He's like, where is Petra? I'm like, Jordan, can you go? Do you have a passport? He's like, yeah. I'm like, do you travel? He's like, I've been to the Bahamas. Do you want to go? Like, are you okay with a relationship that our dates, we're leaving. Every holiday, we're leaving. Are you okay with that? And he sat there like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm serious. And he was like, okay. And I'm thinking like, you just think I'm fucking pretty, right? Huh? I'm gonna eat you alive. And what did I do next month? I got us stranded on a volcano.
Volcano?
Yes. I got us stranded. We were freezing. I was complaining. I was a nightmare because I underestimated the entire volcano hike. But he thugged it with me. You know what I mean? Like, he thugged it with me. He's like, you're doing great. Because I was tired. The altitude was kicking my ass that day. Yeah. Like, because we were 14,000 square feet above sea level. Like, I was dying. But he thugged it with me. But I made sure that the type of relationship I was looking for was made clear on the first date. That I wasn't looking for, a man to buy a purse or send flowers every day. I was looking for, can we go here? Can we go here? Can we go here? Can we go here? Yeah. And he's like, all right, we're going to go here. All right, we're going to go here. Like,
it's like a new love language. Traveling is one of my love languages.
Yes, like, and it's so funny because he's always like, you don't want to do nothing but just see random pieces of dirt. And I'm like, yes. Like literally, I'm like, we have to go to India for 2 days. He's like, why? I'm like, because we have to see the Taj Mahal.
Yeah.
Like,
it's wild. It kind of goes back to literally what you were saying, where it's like you want experiences you haven't had because you've had, so all the other, I'm not gonna call them basic experiences, but all the other experiences most women want are experiences they haven't had, but you grew up having other experiences, so you're still seeking. You're like, you're seeking a man where you're like, I want you to give me what my father has already like conditioned me to expect, but it's like also I want to have new experiences.
Yeah, like there's nothing better than like seeing a country for the first time with somebody. You know what I mean? Like, we went to Vietnam. We traveled the entire month for my birthday. We were gone from the 3rd to like the 29th. But experiencing Vietnam together was just such an amazing experience. It's something that we'll always have. You know what I mean? And we're going to continue. We're going to Finland. Who's been to Finland? I don't know any Black people that went to Finland at all. But I will be the guinea pig, and I will be black in Finland.
Black in Finland.
Black in Finland.
Niggas in Finland. Not niggas in Paris, niggas in Finland.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and like, I plan everything out, like, down to the budget, down to where we're staying. Everything is planned in advance. Like, and it makes it look so impulsive, but if you know me in real life, like, everything is so calculated with me, like, everything. Like, and I know our Finland content will make me 6 figures. Yeah. Let's just be real.
So let's flip it. So we talked to basically giving guys perspective on, like, essentially what they should expect whenever they're looking to date a woman who either is of a certain attractiveness level or of a certain level of, like,
men aren't really supposed to be at their financial peak till 35. I was just telling my man that today. Yeah. I'm like, you're stressed out, but I was like, technically you're ahead of the game.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm like, you got what, like 10 more years before it would really be like a problem?
Yeah.
Like, you're not really like, I'm like, if you're already making $300K a year, technically by 35 and you continue to progress, you'll be fine. Yeah. Stop looking at my psycho situation as, a gear, you know what I mean? Like, my situation was toxic, horrible, it's not duplicatable. I always tell people I was an anomaly. Nobody, you couldn't put another person in my shoes and think that they were going to come out the way. Because girls date men that are rich all the time and they come out broke. A lot.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
A lot. They waste years with these men that, you know, drain them. And even men that date older women, they come out with nothing. It's not typical that, they come out and just become I surpassed everybody in that house from my eviction, the people I lived with. I surpassed every single person in the house. Yeah. Not by just money, but just my social presence, my achievements. I surpassed everybody to the point that his friend back then actually is my operating manager over my automation service. Like, I was the underdog, you know what I'm saying? And I'm cool with that.
Well, we got to wrap, but I guess last thing I want to ask you, then after you answer this question, I'll just have you kind of share like the last piece of whatever it is like on your heart, on your head to share is, again, another thing I've seen you go viral for is, so on one aspect, we kind of addressed the guys, but on the other aspect, I saw you addressing, like you were on Fresh and Fit, and you were like, again, a lot of the women are on there. I'm not going to say their net worth, but we've seen the net worth of a lot of women on there where they're not really even at average income level, but they talk about how they want a man who does this, does that. But then it's also asked of them like, okay, you know, do you cook? Do you do this? Like, what do you do for your guy? And they're like, oh, I'm pretty. I'm a baddie. That's it. And when you were on there, you're the only multi-millionaire woman I've seen, or only millionaire, only six-figure woman I've seen that was on there, you know, let alone everything else you're doing. Like, and you were like, no, I do this for my man. I do that for my man. I do all these other things. Yeah.
I cook.
And so it's like, I guess, what do you think about women who think, because again, people could hear this and they can watch this. People who are watching, people who are listening could be like, oh, she wants all this stuff for nothing. But it's like, that's not you. Like, that's not your energy at all.
Yeah, no. I just tell people, like, again, like, you can be pretty and maintain a rich man. I'm never going to take that. I did it once. I probably could have done it a couple more times. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I probably could have. But, for me, like, that, again, doesn't retain longevity. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, like, monetarily, like, I don't got to do nothing. But, you know, like, I feel like it's my job to make it easier, because you got to think, like, a man goes out and fights the world. You know what I mean? Back in the day, it was like, he went to war and literally fought for our freedom. Yeah. So now he's just fighting the world. He's fighting demons. He's fighting the world. So when he comes home, why would he want to fight you? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really do try to make an effort to make my man's life as stress-free as possible when he's with me. Because I know in the back of his head, he's thinking, like, this girl in this stupid coupon app gonna be a billionaire, and I'm over here trying to keep M's, and that's gotta be stressful for him. You gotta think that has to be stressful for him, because again, like, it's coming to me so easy. Yeah, it is. Like, it just is, and that's just what it is. And I know he's doing his best to give me the best life that I want. And I'm not looking for a billionaire life. That's what a lot of people don't realize. Like, you could charter jets, you could rent cars, you could do all that. You don't need a $10 million salary to buy a Bentley. You could buy a Bentley on $300K a year, to be real with you. Man. You could just finance it. That my finance Bentley is no better or no less than somebody who bought it cash. How would you know? When I pull up to Publix, there's not a big sticker that says financed or lease. Yeah. Who cares? He could still put me in those cars. He could still do all of those things for me. He could. Like, he would just have to plan it. But he could provide that lifestyle for me at all times. The jewelry, he bought this jewelry I'm wearing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the jewelry, the cars, the trips, the houses. I can get all of that with him and his income alone, because I'm not looking for a $10 million house. I'm looking for a $2 million house, which doesn't need a $2 million income. You can qualify for a $2 million mortgage with less than $2 million.
That's crazy.
It's over 30 years.
It's wild how modest you are. It's like your expectations sound so grandeur and crazy, but then like you listen,
when it looks up front, but people are forgetting that a mortgage is over 30 years. A car could be over 7 years. Yeah. Like, yeah. For what? He can maintain all of it. My cost of living is $5,000. He could take care of that. So I live my rent-free life, and I live rent-free in everybody's head because I refuse to pay bills. But I mean, I just make my life easier. And if you're a woman, I think that you should make money, because you want to come out of any situation in a win-win. And I feel like as a woman who makes money, regardless of what happens in my relationship, I come out on top because I'm fit and I'm pretty and I make money. So I'll be fine regardless. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like a woman that makes money is a win-win. Like, you don't have to make money in the relationship, but, you know, like, if your man needs an iron suit, iron it. Like, you don't pay any bills, and he was paying those bills before you got there. So I think as a man, you should be able to pay the bills regardless if she's there or not.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/PODKATZ12. Just go to Indeed.com/PODKATZ12 right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need. You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.